Hi everyone, this is Lighthouse Tarot. This will be the weekly general reading for you, Sagittarius. It is going to be a 6-card spread, so it will contain past, present, future, your wants, your needs, your desires, and we'll take a look at the bottom and the top of the deck for clarification as well, just so we can get a little bit more insight. So, let's see what is coming through for you, Sagittarius. We have the Page of Wands, so it's letting you know to keep your eye on your goals and enjoy every moment. Now, you may feel really excited at this time. You also have a free-spirited energy coming through, but you're balancing it. So you're balancing those priorities and you're looking into what it is so you can maintain those goals. And this was in your past. So because you took this energy, now it's going to loom into your present, where you are going to feel stable with those goals and you're going to keep working on those goals. It seems as though in the present, you felt that there was a lot of conflict. We have this 5 of Swords energy. It's really interesting as well because we get the sense of failure. You have a lot of anxiety for failure. You may feel that someone, and maybe even you perhaps, had a lot of conflict. And so this conflict made you feel as though you weren't even sure. You weren't sure if it should have happened the way it happened, but it happened. So in the present energy, you think about it, you think about that conflict, you think about that individual, and it may stir up some anxiety. And it was unexpected, but you think about it, and so it allows you to push forward so that way it doesn't happen again. But with this Page of Wands energy, you're keeping this excitement alive by focusing on yourself. So you have this self-development type of vibe going on here. So this vibrational energy is not only going to reverberate in your life, but whatever it is that you sabotaged in the past, well, that was significantly your past, right? You can be thinking about it, but it is going to come into alignment. It sometimes may cause a little bit of aggression, and so it can, relay that anxiety as well to others around you. But, it's understandable, you're healing. This is all a process of healing. And so let's see what's coming through for you in your future. Exactly. Look at the world from a different perspective. That Hangman energy. We got the Neptune. So it's letting you know that you took a sacrifice. Yeah, it happened the way it did, but you're recalibrating and you're seeing how it happened. And you understand those arguments occurred. You communicated them as such. You communicated with someone. And you try to problem solve in your own way, and you are problem solving, by looking at things through a different perspective, so that way you can still focus on your goals and your dreams. If you're stuck in this energy, well, those goals and dreams are not going to be manifesting much in your life. It can actually stall your life. And so that's exactly kind of that Hangman energy as well. It could be that you're hanging there so much that you keep thinking about it. We have different face profiles here, right? We have looking to the right, looking to the left, and front view. Your whole body, your mind, and your spirit is focused on those goals. But sometimes you may not feel so focused on those goals because of what has happened. And that is okay, because, if you just take this energy, it is going to make you feel complete, because you are going to feel really spiritual at this time. You may be also looking into ways of healing. So you could be interested in a group, maybe something with group healing or something along these lines, maybe some form of group therapy. But there is a sense of growth, and that even though it did cause you hesitation to move on, it's not going to be a problem. And just in the first row, you do have all the elements. I do want to mention that, Sagittarius. So you're feeling really connected. In the first row, that number 10 is coming through here. So again, that sense of completeness. I mean, we have the Page of Wands, we have earth, we have fire, we have air, we have water energy with that Hangman. You're just going to keep going. We also have this sense of holding on to something as well, because in the Page of Wands, well, the wand is being held onto. And then we have the sword with that Five of Swords. And then in the Hangman, well, he's hanging on there, right? So this hanging energy is coming through, but spiritually, you are realizing that you had to do what you had to do at that time, and that's what seemed right. So you're reprocessing this whole thing. But in the end, that love of life, it led to your discovery. So this sense of this past energy is still looming through, because you know that it came from somewhere. It originated from somewhere. In the area of your wants, well, you want abundance. You want to be able to enjoy your successes. You have tons of success. You want compassion as well. And you want the universe to align it, right? But this high-minded energy is coming through right after the Hanged Man. So I do want to mention that, because it's interesting in that regard, because that Hanged Man energy, again, is that spiritual energy, that Neptune planet. And so we got another water sign here immediately right after. So it's that idea of trusting in the universe, that high-minded energy, that optimism, but also divine timing. We have to understand that divine timing is coming through. So not only do you want to enjoy those goals, you will enjoy those goals. It's going to happen. You're going to see a lot of optimism is coming through. I mean, that solar plexus chakra is definitely coming through. We have a lot of rooted energy in that sense too. We have red again in the pants of the Hangman, and then again we have red in the hat for the Nine of Cups. So that red energy, that rooted energy is coming through as well. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see what else in the area of your needs. We have strength. Keep holding on. Have that strength. You don't know your own strength until it's tested. And that's what you realized. And it's coming immediately below this Five of Swords energy. So because it's coming below the Five of Swords energy, it's the idea that, okay, well, it happened that way. I thought it was a victory at that time. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I'm not too sure if that should have happened the way it did, but it did. And that's okay, right? So, you know, not everything happens the way we want. And so that's what you have to do. You have to trust in the universe. It happened in that moment for that reason. And so your mantra could be at this time that everything happens for a reason. And so, you know, it's not always coincidental. And so you know that. It's yellow. Again, that's solar plexus. We have yellow again in that Page of Wands. So there's something that you're confidently interested in, that you're confidently taking interest in, that you confidently want. And that's what you're doing. I mean, I also want to mention as well that thus far, we only have the Five of Swords and the Nine of Cups as far as numbered cards. So that's really interesting as well. You know, but it's, and you know, these anxious thoughts, that was an unexpected energy at that time. So, and then in your overall outcome, again, look at that. You are worried, but what is it saying? Worry changes nothing. Decide your next step. Your next step is that Page of Wands energy. Looking at things from another perspective, it's coming immediately below the Hanged Man, which is interesting, right? We also have the Nine of Swords, which is a multiple of the Hanged Man as well, the 3. That communication is coming in. You're going to communicate. You are a little worried. You may be feeling a little despondent at this time, but it's because you feel like a victim to the circumstances in which you were given. And so that's okay, because with this, you know you have the strength. You overcame it. And you're still overcoming it. That anxiety, that hopelessness, that worry, you're not going to feel captive anymore. That captive energy is what's keeping you held back. But if you look and step back, you're going to recalibrate. You're going to realize, okay, well, this and this happened. I have the creative energy. I have the mindset. I know what's going to happen. I know what it's going to do. And that's what's coming through here. Numbered cards. 3, it comes back to the number 5, which again, that Five of Swords. So it seems like you've been very active and and thinking about constant conflict, that there's always conflict in your life. There's always this fear of failure. There's always, oh man, I have to try it. I have to try it elsewhere. You're always thinking of not failing. And that worrying is not going to help you. If you recalibrate and understand that without hesitation, everything will come out in divine timing, you are going to feel really, really optimistic. You know that, as long as you put your energy wholeheartedly, it's going to come in fruition. And that's what we have, especially with that top row. This idea of completion is coming through. And then, well, if we just look at the bottom alone, we get that number 8, which is resorting back to that strength card. It's that idea that, okay, if she has the capability, this infinite energy to tame the lion, you have the capability to tame your life path, to tame what path it is that you want to do. And you know that regardless, as long as you are in control, you're going to feel that abundance is coming through. Just don't worry. Just don't worry. Also, let's check at the bottom. Okay, so the bottom, we have this Chariot. Now it's interesting because I remember I mentioned about yellow. So yellow we start with, yellow, and then more yellow. So someone is moving on. You know you're going to have success even in the face of difficulty. You were worried about it. You are going to see things differently. You were concerned, but you just got to move on. You got to change direction, you got to change course because that's your determination. And so you have success in the face of difficulty. Sagittarius, you are going to feel it. We do have fire energy. We did start with fire energy, which is really, really profound as well. We do have fire energy with that Leo as well. Okay, I can't unsee this. It did come from the bottom of the deck. And then, so this was the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords came in, which is like, it seems like you're blocked. Again, this energy covering, this idea of covering your eyes, not seeing so you don't believe it, but it's coming through. You feel like you have this uncontrolled thoughts at this time. So you have a lot of thoughts that come in, and you know that they may not even be your thoughts, but spiritually you're picking up on thoughts. You're picking up on some, which is providing some sort of doubts, but you have this sense of change. And it's interesting because of the strength, well, we have that 8 of Swords. That 8 of Swords, after it comes with the Chariot. So, and it is explaining that Chariot energy here. So that's really interesting. It's explaining this idea of moving on because you feel captive, because you feel disempowered, because you're not so sure if it is what you want to do. So it could even be that you're feeling even in tune with your spiritual energy as well. So this overthinking energy is making you feel captive because you're not being able to see through a different perspective because you're worried. And so when you're worried, well, a lot of things in your body go a little haywire. It doesn't function the same way. So that's why we have to control it in a sense of, understanding that we will get out of it. Even through the mayhem, even though you feel discouraged, you have to keep thinking positive in order to see that outcome. So, and in the end, that outcome is working in your favor because, we do get the 9, right? That 9 is a sense of that there's deeper meaning in it. Yeah, anxiety helps you. It helps you. But don't be anxious all the time, and that you have to change course. And you will change that perspective. We do have that 9 of Cups sandwiched with the 9 of Swords. It's that idea that if you just allow the universe to work in its divine timing, it will come through for you. So it will come through for you. You will feel really happy. You will feel really motivated. You will feel actually astoundingly happy with this current energy. Also, sensing a lot of captive energy. So something in your life is making you captive due to a lot of priorities. But also, if you look at the top, we have the 2 of Swords. So again, this idea of making a choice. And I did mention that it can provide stalling. And that 2 of Swords is that you're indecisive. I did mention stalling. We were talking about the Hanged Man because it's not going to let you focus on your goals and your dreams if you're stalling. So this stalling energy, you're going to speak your truth, and that's what's going to happen. We do have blue here a lot in the background of the 2 of Swords. So again, that 2 of Swords is indicator that, well, when you see things through another perspective, you're going to communicate that, and you are going to make that decision. Right now, you are trying to see it through an unbiased perspective, so you're not trying to make a choice based on what you see, because it can create, your own sense of biases. You don't want to seem as though you have a favorite based on what looks aesthetically pleasing to you. So what you're doing is you are looking at those options and seeing things in a different light. And that's what I see here. I mean, the fact that we got the Page of Wands and the Two of Swords is an indicator that something here that you're looking into is going to create that strength in your life, and you're going to feel that peace, restored energy. Not only that, but it's going to create that abundance. That abundance is coming through. And as long as you stick it through with that strength card. Just don't worry too much. A lot of things can be worrisome. 2 cards fell out with the Two of Swords, so we are going to clarify that. And sense of duality is coming through. So it's really interesting because we have the Knight of Wands. Now, again, that Knight of Wands, moving on energy. We have this moving on energy, but it's this idea that now is the time you want to do what you want to do. Again, similar to the Page of Wands, that connection, that continuous momentum. And so you know this is going to be an adventure. It's going to be a marathon. It's not going to be, you know, a sprint. And so you have to understand that as long as you take that energy and you are wary of that energy, it will provide that sense of caution. But regardless of this energy, I do want to mention as well, Sagittarius, you do have a lot of air in your chart right now. You do have a bit of water, but air, 5 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 8 and the 9, literally right next to each other. Yes, we have the 5 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 2 of Swords as well. I mean, we start with your energy. It could be an emotional, turbulent time, but in the end, that decision is going to make you feel less captive. We do have moving on energy as well because we do have that Chariot, right? But, and it's interesting because we do have water energy. And what do we end with? Well, we end up again with the 6 of Swords. We have a lot of swords energy, a lot of air energy here, so a lot of communication is going to come through for you, Sagittarius. You are going to feel like all your problems are going to be peace, restored energy. You're going to feel like you restored your peace. You're going to feel really in tune that you didn't even know was possible. And so that abundant energy is coming through. You stick it through, and you're going to realize, why'd you worry? It seems that you're so worried that you're becoming captive. We have red again in this captive energy. We have red again connected to the bed frame. So that red, but regardless, you are becoming high-minded at this time. We do have red again in the 9 of Cups. But along with the red, we have, you know, we see our challenges, but we overcome those challenges. And that's what that hangman as well on the legs of the, well, the pants of the hangman. So that red. And then we have the red of the boat, which is like a reddish brown. But that red, along with that sacral chakra, is allowing you to be motivated to move on. So you're moving on from those problems, and this transition is needed in your life. You're moving beyond, you have a deeper thinking, you have this deeper awareness, and that's what's coming through for you, Sagittarius. You know this is your exit. The number 8 is coming through in this reading also. I do get 2 8s are coming through. So if you see 2 and the number 8, it's very important at this time for you, Sagittarius, because you do have that 9 of Cups and you do have that 9 of Swords. So Sagittarius, this is your reading. Hopefully this resonates with you and continues to resonate with you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.